Namaskar children. Hope you all are doing well. Children, nowadays the word pandemic, you might be hearing it very often in the news channel, in the newspaper. So what is the meaning of the word pandemic? Before that, let us know what does the word epidemic means. Children, when there is an outbreak of any disease in a community, in a small place or inside a country, it is called as epidemic. But when any disease, unknown disease you can say, which spreads very fast, leaving the country's boundaries, and it spreads throughout the world, it is called as pandemic. And in the present scenario, we all are aware about the coronavirus. It has spread like wildfire throughout the world. So it is pandemic. So children, in today's segment, we will be doing the fourth poem, that is How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells from the book The First Flight. And children, the poem is on page number 43. Here you can see it is on page number 43. So children, talking of the title of the poem, that is How to Tell Wild Animals. Here it doesn't mean that we are going to tell something to wild animals. Here it means how we are going to identify, how can we recognize the wild animals. Children, this is a humorous poem and a very lively poem. And through this poem, that is How to Tell Wild Animals, the poet had described various wild animals and their qualities, how they roar, how are their bodies, the stripes on their bodies. And she has explained how we can recognize the Asiatic lions, the leopards, the tigers, the bear, the hyena, and the crocodile. And it also describes the wildlife vividly and in a very humorous and satiristic way. So children, let us start with the poem. I'll be reading line by line and I will be explaining you. So coming to the first paragraph. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if they should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asiatic lion. So, in the first paragraph of the poem, the poet has described the Asiatic lion. And in the above line, the poet suggests that supposing if you by chance go towards the east, the jungles of the east, and if you see the large, big, tawny beast. Beast means wild animal. Tawny means yellowish brown in color. So you have seen the tiger, the lion, the yellowish brown in color. So if it happens that you're in the jungle of the east and you see a tawny beast, that is yellowish brown color animal, then in that situation you can identify it. It is the lion. And she has said that if it roars at you and you are dying, and if it roars, you all know the roar of the lion, it is very, you can say very big roar and it is very loud. And the roar is so ferocious or so strong that what you'll feel like you're dying when you hear the lion roaring. Then you can be sure that you have seen none other than the lion. The lion is somewhere near you. So, what two qualities have been described about the lion? First, it is found in the jungles of the east. And second, we have seen that it is a very tawny beast, a very big, brownish yellow colored animal, and it has got a very big roar. Now, coming to the second paragraph. Or, if sometimes when roaming round, a noble white beast greets you with black strips on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger is discerned. So children, First, let me explain you the words, meaning of the words of this paragraph, the difficult words. First one is a noble wild beast. Here, noble means a royal animal. And third line with black strips. Strips means black lines and a yellow ground. Here, yellow ground means the color of the body, that is yellow. These simple rules may help you learn. The Bengal tiger is discern. Discern means to identify or to find out. So, in the second paragraph, the poet is further telling them, supposing you're roaming, time when roaming around, you see a very noble, very gigantic, noble, royal, wild animal coming towards you, whose body is yellow in color and which are having black stripes on its line. And what can you see? If it starts eating you, that means if it starts eating you, then you might be sure that it is a tiger. So why has the poet said that it starts eating you? Because these tigers, these lions, the wild animals, they attack human beings and they even kill human beings and they eat our flesh. But he said that it is better not to wait. And he said, don't wait to be the lunch of the tiger. You better run away. So in the second paragraph, what is the poet saying? He is describing the Royal Bengal tiger and says that it is a big animal with a yellow body and black stripes on it, and says that if you seize that animal, don't wait for him so that he comes and attacks you. Run away. Don't become his lunch. So that means he wants to say that it is also a very, you can say, very strong animal, wild animal which attacks on human beings. Now, coming to the third paragraph. If strolling forth, a beast you view. So if strolling forth, that means if you move forth. That means if you are going in the further directions. If you are moving forward, a beast you view, which beast is telling, whose hide with spots is peppered. Whose hide? Here hide means skin with spots. So if you come across an animal whose body, that is whose skin is having some spots, that is peppered means like salt and pepper. Some spots, if you see some spots on the animal's body, and as soon as he has leapt on you, so don't wait that he leaps on you, you will know it is leopard. So in the third paragraph, the poet had described the leopard and is saying, if you move forward in the jungle and you see a big animal which is having the skin on, which is having some patches on its skin, spots on its skin, so you should identify that is the leopard. Will do no good to roar with pain. And he says that don't wait for the leopard to leap on you. And he says that no matter if he leaps on you, how much ever you cry, it will continue powering on you. So be careful and don't allow it to leap on you. Here again, he described that leopard is also a very dangerous animal. If by chance you come across it, don't wait on for him to leap on you. Better run away. Two will do no good to roar with pain. That means if he roar, you will be, if he attacks you, what you are going to die for sure. Even if you cry, it's not going to leave. So children, here you see in this line, have you seen the spelling of leapt? The third one, L-E-P-T. As soon as he has leapt on you. Actually, it is L-E-A-P-T. But the poet has written L-E-P-T. As in poems, some spelling mistakes or whatever, if the poet want to highlight some word, he can change the spelling. And again, in the last line you can see L-E-P, he will only leap and leap again. So L-E-P means here. It means leapt only, L-E-A-P-T. So why has the poet used the word L-E-P in the place of L-E-A-P-T, leapt? Because he want to maintain the rhythm of the poem, like leopard, leapt. So just to maintain the rhythm of the poem, the poet has used the word leapt for leapt.